YouTubers and vintage radio enthusiasts. The radio for this video is a Lafayette HB-444/25B. This radio is reported to be ultra rare because it's the 25B Bravo version. They made an HB-444, then there was an HB-444/25A, and then this 25B Bravo version. From online research that I've done and some people I've talked to that collect these radios and have some CB museum websites, the 25B is rare. I think it's estimated only about 500 of these were made. They were from what I've been told. I'm not going to give the man's name right now, as I need to check with him and make sure it's okay. I use him as a source, but it's been reported to me by an individual that's knowledgeable about these that there was probably only about 500 of them made, and they were incorporated into the 25A production, which is estimated around 5,000. And only about 500 were the B versions. And apparently these never showed up in any Lafayette advertisements or catalogs. It was real short-lived. And honestly, I don't even feel like the previous versions are all that common. I mean, I see 444s and 444/25As on eBay now and then, but they're not a radio that really comes up for sale frequently. These Bs are definitely ultra rare. I think this is the only one I've seen for sale. I've seen a few online. There is a website that has a page about these. So if you do a Google search on Lafayette HB-444/25B, you'll find the gentleman's page and a little bit of information. He's got some pictures of one. His is in better condition than mine. Everything on this radio here I'm showing you, it does work. It has about average size SRF meter, but it's got some pretty big colors. Only problem is, let me zoom in on it here. I think you can see my meter face has got some pretty deep scratching and haze-like at the top. It's not the clearest lens in the world by no means, but the meter does function. These radios, I think you can see in the video, this light bar, there is a series of bulbs all the way across. I don't remember the number of bulbs. I think in the vicinity of 3 to 5. I think they're flashlight type bulbs, if I remember right. And a strip across there to give you the blue neon, green neon-like effect. With the lights off, it really is bright. That whole bar across there that labels your controls is a really, pretty bright, vivid green. Very interesting look. Very, very, very cool, very retro. It's just kind of an unusual feature about the radio. So the top on mine's not perfect. It's a little bit of corrosion. You can see some rust starting to grow. See if I can zoom in a little bit. I think you can see it from a distance anyways. The original tags are all on the back of this radio, including the inspection tag. And for the video right now, I can't remember the date. It has an inspection date. I think it's in 1967, but I could be wrong. I'll post up the information whenever in the description when I post the video of what the actual date is on the back, and the gentleman that inspected it signed off on it as well. This is a full-featured radio. This was what I would consider Lafayette's top of the line for tube types. This has a new Vister front end for the receiver. It's a double conversion, super het. I think it uses the 6DS4 as most of these did. Controls, I'll go through them here. A&L, this is another unusual feature about this radio. The A&L is off, A&L is now on, it is variable. And the A&L on this radio is, it works very good. Almost excellent, honestly. It functions quite well. It's better than a lot of modern radios, noise limiters and noise blinkers by far. Volume on off. Just snaps the off position up. A little bit of electrical noise. Turn the A&L off and zap that. As you notice, I got to that point and it's finally gone. Squelch, pretty self-explanatory. It's got the nice fade that squelches on 2-type radios have. Fine tune is a variable receive clarifier. This has the variable PA volume. If I remember right, let me try this here. I think, set up the way it is, it will transmit through the radio speaker. Audio. Well, it would help if I had put a battery in the microphone that I have on it. Sorry about that, folks, but I have so many microphones in my collection, and it seems like the vast majority of them take 9-volt batteries, and I forgot to put a battery in the mic. But anyways, it will. You could hear the static from just basically, I guess you'd call it a dead transmit. But it will talk back through the speaker. You click it back on CD, it turns off your PA function. It's got a phones jack on the lower right, channel selector, front fire speaker. That's pretty much it for the controls and then for the features. I run on this. This is a 6-wire mic. This is let me zoom out here. Oh, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do more than just zoom out. This is a pretty tall microphone. I'll try to get it in the picture here as best I can. This is a Turner. It's a CS1, custom special one. I don't know if these mics are rare, but they're not common. The plus 3s and super sidekicks and so forth seem to be produced in much larger numbers. Uses a ceramic element. It is 6-wire. I think this is the earliest Turner 6-wire I know of. The later plus 3B was 6-wire. But yeah, I think that came at the very end of actual Turner production, or maybe when Telex, ended up with the company. It's in pretty good shape. A little dusty. I had to replace the element in it. Luckily, I found a gentleman on eBay who's, I think he said it was his great uncle had bought a bunch of items out of Turner's estate sale whenever they sold out. And one of the items he bought was some ceramic elements that were just right for these. So I had to conduct a little bit of surgery because when I first got the mic, it worked fine for a good while, but eventually the element went bad on me. So luckily I had bought some from that gentleman. And we'll turn the volume down. That's getting pretty loud. This is an excellent performing radio. The ANL is very good to excellent. The receive is excellent. Like, it uses a new Vister, front end. Audio quality, it's a little muffled sounding. I don't know if muffled's the right word. It doesn't have quite the clarity that I would like. The same gentleman that I learned about the rarity of these radios from has sent me a simple modification to I think it's the to disable the AMC control. That's something I normally don't do, but it's real simple to do and undo, and I might try it because he had tried it on one, and he reported to me that the audio quality improved greatly on it. I noticed with the CS1 Turner, if I turn the range boost off and adjust the mic gain at the right level on the CS1 mic, it sounds pretty good, but it still sounds a little overly compressed, a little tight. So I might try that modification sometime just to see how that turns out. I think on this radio, since it is so rare, I'm gonna stop this video and give you a video clip of the back of the radio to show you the tags. Originally I said I was going to post up the info, but I might as well do some video of it. This is a seldom encountered radio. The 444 series, they all look pretty similar, but if you look at pictures online, you'll notice some difference. The channel selector knobs changed. I think the first version might have had a different SRF meter, but don't quote me on that. I don't remember if that was a difference or not, but it was just subtle things. Overall, the radios are pretty similar. Now, internally, I don't know. I don't have schematics for all of them, so I really can't. And I don't have the other models. I found this one purely by dumb luck. It was an eBay find. you know, picked it up during the summer, last summer, got it real reasonable. Didn't know if it, I don't think it had been tested. I think it was a roll of the dice, you know, unknown, but luckily the radio works like a champ, you know, from then until now. Only problem it's given me is I need to use some deoxit on the octal power cord because having some contact issues with it every now and then, and yeah, it is. The inside of the pins on the male end of the octal socket, or the female end of the octal socket are pretty oxidized, so that's something I do need to address. It doesn't want to turn on sometimes correctly. Not all the, you know, it's not running power to every part of the radio because of the corrosion on the socket, so I have to pull it off and unplug and plug it a few times, and then it'll finally come on and work correctly. Okay, I'm going to stop this video and for now, and then I'll edit in the shot of the rear, so be back here in just a second.